Hi, good morning. This is the kind of mock-up that we've done. Obviously, because the wood has already been removed from the place, it's not as easily demonstrated as what we were running into, and I don't know if there was some confusion as per the issues that we were having. So what we did is we basically mocked this board up. We installed it as per the specifications that is kind of outlined. So as you can see, every board is marked within 2 inches of their end joint as far as where the staples are, and each staple, what we did is we stapled it 7 inches. I know the guidelines are 6 to 8 inches, but we kind of did one every 7 inches just to make sure it was kind of in and held into spec. The problem we are having is the ends on the joints essentially are falling off. So in a couple of pictures, which I will reference in the email a little bit later, the milling seems to drop in the last 4 inches of the board to the outside edge of the product, or lower edge of the product, also giving a little bit of a weakness to the source. So when we get things like this, okay, and there's a staple right there on this side of the board, this product, which has the milling, is sitting proud, number one, but because the end joints are I don't want to say sloppy, but to me they're sloppy. They're very, very large. We get no end joint support. So this product, you can see, moves up and down, but it actually moves all the way through. Now, if the product itself had a little more solid end joint, this would be like, much less of an issue because it would have something that would be locked on. But because of the gap or the width of the actual end joints, we have no support on the side. So when the milling's off like this, and you can see it bouncing on the side, okay, that's what's happening. This is the female side, this is the male side that has the staple on it. So the milling is the product sitting proud because of it, but also we've been experiencing when we did the rip out is a lot of those lower joints were already broken because there was very little to no wood left on the actual product when the milling drops down. There's another instance right here. So we have it basically, here's a 7-inch board. This is a 3-inch board that's beside it. And this particular product is also bouncing up the side. So you can see the actual flexing in the board itself. Again, because there is not the extra end joint product that's available, we're actually having problems because the milling here is an issue. This isn't helping because of the gap that we're having as far as the end joints go. On some of the larger boards, just because the milling wasn't 100%, you can see it's very, very tight here, very tight there. There's actually a staple right here, right here, right here, sorry, and right here. And you can see this product actually moving up and down. Sorry, I'll try to give you a little better visual on the end joints of the product. Now that stapled, you've got 4 staples, 2, 2, and 2, 2, all within the end joint of this particular product, and we still have the movement. The major complaint was certainly the movement, but initially the squeaking, was kind of bouncing and clicking at the time. And we do find the more you push on these products, the more issues it seems to give us as far as the product goes. Also, because a lot of the products had very issues as far as the stain is concerned, we were getting a lot of white lines on proud issues, things like that. Now, a lot of that we would be happy to go around and touch up and whatnot, but you can see how it disappears. So that, you can really see the movement on that end on a product that actually has a staple right beside it on the mailed side. So this is the problem we were having as far as the milling. Unfortunately, what happens is you get it in, it's in really, really nice and tight, and then it opens up as the days go on, as people are walking on it, using it, and that's the problem we ran into. So I hope this kind of over-articulates it. We are having some issues. This is another idea. Sorry for the long-windedness of this email as far as the product goes, but this product is stapled down. You can see, if you can, sorry for the lighting, that this has got the staple, this is yet, but you can see the bouncing that's happening on the actual product, and this is a side joint on the actual product again. Now, I fully understand this isn't locked into anything as well, but that's the problem we were having, is the milling is physically the bouncing, but with no support on the end joint, we can't actually physically get any support into this joint at all, and that's bouncing, and that's what was causing squeaking, cracking, movement in the floor. Customer complained about catching socks and things like that into it as much as anything else. So, thanks very much. Talk to you shortly.